Welcome back to From the Pages of Power Slam, the October 1996 issue. This was a time when professional wrestling felt like it was changing by the week. Promotions were fighting for television ratings, new stars were emerging almost overnight, storylines were getting edgier and more experimental as the industry pushed toward a new era. Power Slam captures that atmosphere perfectly, with a magazine that moves from editorial commentary to industry news to in-depth features while keeping readers connected to every corner of the wrestling world. The issue opens with the editorial column from the top, which examines the increasing influence of female managers in American wrestling. The column reflects on how the sport may be dominated by male wrestlers and promoters, but some of the most powerful personalities appearing on television are women who guide wrestlers from ringside and shape rivalries through manipulation and strategy. Their presence adds a different dynamic to the presentation of wrestling, and the editorial argues that their contributions are becoming more visible as the industry continues evolving. From there, the magazine moves into What's Going Down, a news roundup covering developments across the major wrestling promotions. The column provides updates from the WWF, WCW, and ECW, while also touching on activity in Japan, where promotions continue producing some of the most intense matches in the world. Title changes, backstage rumors, contract movement, and event results are gathered together so fans can see the bigger picture of the wrestling industry during a period when competition between promotions is becoming more intense with each passing month. Next comes color commentary, which focuses on speculation that the WWF might experiment with weekly pay-per-view broadcasts. At the time, the idea sounds bold and perhaps even risky. Wrestling fans are accustomed to a handful of pay-per-view events each year, and the suggestion of turning them into weekly shows raises questions about cost scheduling and whether audiences would remain interested if major matches became so frequent. The column reflects the sense that wrestling promoters are beginning to test the limits of how the business can be presented. Reader interaction continues with the Q in a section where editor Finn Martin answers questions sent in by fans. The questions cover a wide range of topics from wrestler histories to forgotten gimmicks and the origins of certain matches and storylines. The answers help clarify details that are often debated among fans, and they reveal how much curiosity exists about the inner workings of professional wrestling. Manner's Matt Musings follows with stately Wayne Manor addressing critics who had previously dismissed certain wrestling ideas as failures before they even had a chance to succeed. The column specifically defends the WCW Cruiserweight division, which has quickly become one of the most exciting parts of the company's programming. It also reflects on unusual WWF characters such as Goldust and Mankind, who were initially doubted but have begun capturing the attention of audiences through distinctive personalities and unique presentation. Attention then turns to the ring itself with Shawn Drops Vader, a feature examining the WWF SummerSlam match where Shawn Michaels defeated Vader. The result sparked discussion among fans because Vader had been presented as such a powerful challenger. The article explores why the match was booked the way it was and what the outcome means for the direction of the WWF Championship scene moving forward. At the center of the issue, readers encounter the magazine's centerfold poster featuring Davey Boy Smith presented in his villainous role. The image emphasizes his strength and presence, while the caption humorously points out that he is supposed to appear intimidating rather than smiling when portraying a heel. The magazine then moves into Hog Wild, a detailed look at WCW's major summer event, held in the unique atmosphere of a motorcycle rally crowd. The article explores the matches, the reaction of the audience, and the ongoing stories surrounding WCW's biggest stars. The event reflects WCW's willingness to experiment with presentation while building momentum in its rivalry with the WWF. Extreme Wrestling takes the spotlight next with Professionally Insane, a feature dedicated to Sabu. The article describes his reputation for pushing the limits of physical punishment with high-risk leaps, weapon-filled brawls, and a fearless attitude that has made him one of the most talked-about performers in ECW and beyond. His style is chaotic, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. The New Boys examines the latest wave of WWF characters attempting to establish themselves in the company. Wrestlers like Mankind represent a shift toward darker, more complex personalities as the promotion begins experimenting with ideas that move away from the traditional bright cartoon style of earlier years. The Shooting Gallery Part 2 takes a step outside professional wrestling to explore the growing popularity of Ultimate Fighting Championship events. The article considers how legitimate fighting competitions could influence wrestling by introducing audiences to a different form of combat sports that emphasizes real physical competition. The magazine then returns to ECW with Natural Born Killers, a feature covering a late August night at the ECW arena. The photographs and descriptions capture the raw energy of the crowd and the violent nature of the matches that have made the promotion famous among its loyal fan base. History enters the picture with Who's That, again a retrospective remembering Bruiser Brody. The article reflects on his legendary reputation as a wild, unpredictable brawler whose matches left lasting impressions on audiences around the world. Readers themselves take part in the conversation through the letters section, where fans share their opinions about wrestling storylines, wrestlers, and the direction of the industry. The letters reveal just how passionate wrestling fans are about their favorite promotions and performers. The issue concludes with Sia commentary focusing on Jerry Lawler. Known for his sharp wit and ability to provoke strong reactions, Lawler remains one of wrestling's most recognizable personalities, whether he is competing in the ring or speaking from the commentary desk. Taken together, the October 1996 issue of Power Slam captures a wrestling world that feels alive with change. Rival promotions are pushing each other harder. New styles are emerging. Fans are becoming more engaged than ever before. The magazine serves as a snapshot of a moment when the entire industry seemed to be moving toward an unpredictable future. See you next time. Farewell from the Empire State.